Plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Driving the lane. Porzingis with the block. Here's Jackson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I mean, really, this is the evolution, the point-forward concept in full display here tonight as Giannis is becoming one of the more dominant versions of that.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Stolen by Jones. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Jones' defense oftentimes generates offense.
And the Warriors off to a slow start here. It's a 5-point game. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Outside, Porzingis. From the arc. They get it again. Here's Davis. And finished off by Anthony Davis.
What a throwdown by AD. He really rocks the rim with that one.
Going inside to the left wing. The three. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Another three for Golden State.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Jones, that's for 2. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Davis. On the wing, Jackson fires from deep. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively. But how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Porzingis has got 7 points.
3 of 4 to start. young fella came to play.
And most of Gafford's points are going to come right there around the rim, and he loves to throw it down.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Porzingis. The Warriors making the shot.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And a strong finish with two hands.
And how about he takes on the defender head on and then throws down the two-hander.
Guys, straight power there. Straight power. Outside, Davis. And again, the Bucks miss. Warriors leading by 3. .44 seconds left to play in the first. A floater. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Different look here for the Warriors.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets double every single time.
Of course, one of the league's best scorers, Giannis, poised to be one of the game's all-time best.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Carrington. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Pass to Karaban. On the clock. Over Martian. And it's Karaban missing. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. The Warriors on top. They lead by a bucket. And will return shortly. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Here's James, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. That's where you take advantage of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
McCoy hits the three-point bomb. McCoy's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And it's Davis with the jam.
Great little stuff there from Davis to finish things off.
And so James will bring it up for the Warriors. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Here's McCoy. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The Bucks trail. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Now DiVincenzo. Scoreless thus far. And the shot goes down. Davis has got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Good spot where Davis can operate. He has the ability to dominate down low.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
To the paint. And here is Davis. He's got 6. Marshall can't hit. James outside. LeBron steps it home.
Still has the hops. LeBron, one of the most forceful dunkers in the league.
Beasley up top. Pass to DiVincenzo. From down in the low post, it goes.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that
one. Here's McCoy. 6 to shoot. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Davis sets a screen. Here's DiVincenzo.
That anticipation off the charts. Great job by LeBron to deny that one.
Ball's knocked loose. Marshall with the steal. And the Warriors making a change here.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now here's DiVincenzo. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 5 to shoot. Here's Davis. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Warriors leading by 4. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first half. Back to DiVincenzo. 3-pointer. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Almanza. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Bucks trail by 4. DiVincenzo with it. Smith with a wide open look. No dice from the high post. Here's McCoy. They grab their own miss. Beyond the arc. There's the triple. Hands it from downtown. He's got 11.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
Out to Smith. Here's Beasley. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Warriors leading by 7. To the right side. Here's Almanza. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Inside. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Carrington. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Carrington's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors. Here's Porzingis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Bucks have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic. I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Back to Jackson. Jacks up a 3. Traps in the tray. Jackson's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Bucks.
Well, he's got great sight lines, Giannis does, especially where he gets the ball. So he surveys the court, takes a good picture, and makes a great pass.
A wide open look here for Porzingis. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Warriors leading. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
On the basket by Jones.
I like the quick trigger for Jones that time. I know the shot was there. I know he didn't wait for it.
And good that time. And the Warriors lead by 3.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Screen by Porzingis. Antetokounmpo. Banked in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket tonight.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
A steal from outside the arc. That shot, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That's his first foul. Here's Antetokounmpo. He has 5. Pass to Porzingis for the lead. Trains the three-pointer. Porzingis has got 12.
Porzingis can knock him down from out there, just looking for some consistency.
Here's Santos. Still yet to score. Oh, here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. Antetokounmpo using his speed in transition.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Took him no time at all on that one. Carrington's got his second basket.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Top of the key, Porzingis. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Carrington. Porzingis with the rebound. Bucks leading by 3. Stripped away. Here we go, one-on-one. And he dunks it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Pass to Carrington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops. He's off on the second.
He's shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Smart pass from Porzingis, just a better shot available.
Warriors trail by 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. So it's the Bucks now. They lead by 1. Pass to Marshall. Here's Smith. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter of the game. And the Bucks miss again. Here's McCoy. He's got 5 for the lead. And Davis sends it back.
Impactful defensive presence. AD is outstanding at coming up with blocks.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Bucks?
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
We also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Connects from 3-point range. Marshall's got 6.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Smith outside. A 3-pointer, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Oh! Yes, sir. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's McCoy. They get it back. Here's Caravan. 4 seconds left. No good on the layup. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to talk to his guys.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Giannis slashing. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Warriors ahead, up by 2. And we're...
That's the end of the third quarter with the score.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so James will bring it up for Golden State. A 2-point game. And the dunk by James.
And the defense making it too easy for LeBron James. Can't let him get that close.
Tipped away. And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
Oh, man.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Maybe it is showtime. Good on the three-point shot.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Substitution for your box.
And the Warriors with possession here. 3-point lead. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
First team foul.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Giannis outside. Fires at the elbow. Off the left rim and out. Warriors leading by 5. There's the 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. James looking around. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Here's Tilly. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Fires for 3. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Back to Porzingis. Takes the 3. And again, the Bucks miss. Warriors leading by 8. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. The kick out to LeBron.
Timeout.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Bucks trail by 11. To the left side wing. Buries the long-range jumper.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Carrington. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
No good from LeBron. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Jackson has the open look. From outside, off the mark. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that. It's been a struggle all night long. Deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Fires the 3. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Porzingis not letting anything or anyone get in his way right now offensively.
Lays it up off the glass. He has 30.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Warriors.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Screen by Porzingis. And Antetokounmpo. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And he jams it with authority.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th. The clock now can just run out for the Warriors. Tilly grabs the rebound. Outside, Jones. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And can you talk about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll do it, folks.